The Women in Mining strategy is helping the industry to be in a position to identify the challenges that women are facing in the industry, and also it helps us to put in place the right interventions to make sure that we successfully attract, retain, and develop women in the industry. Over the last decade, much has been done. However, we still have a long way ahead of us because as an industry, we were starting off a very low base. And the challenges that we still face, particularly when it comes to issues of safety for women within the industry, the issues around equipment, and also the issues of career progression and development mean that we have not been able to see traction in the areas that we had hoped we would have made a difference by now. So there is still much more to be done, even though we believe that in some areas we have seen some shifts. So the stretch targets that we've got in place for 2030 is 30% across the industry. And we believe that this is possible, even though we know it's a stretch target, because at the different levels of leadership, top leadership as well as senior leadership level, and also skilled technical support area, we range between 16 and 18% of women in those positions today. And therefore, 2030 and 30% is a target that we're comfortable with, that will be met by the industry.
The Women in Mining strategy for the Minerals Council is premised, number one, on the fact that companies already have, women in mining initiatives. And so we were simply on the main trying to align industry-wide what we are doing. So we have got 6 priority initiatives which have been defined for the Minerals Council and 7 foundational measures. The 6 priority initiatives, it was to establish a women in mining leadership structure, which we have done. We did that last year. Then also having ongoing, dynamic communication on women in mining, which again we do. And the 2 of these initiatives or priorities are on COVID. And it was about ensuring that we define the role of women in the COVID epidemic. And we also identify COVID heroes. And we did that successfully last year. We also looked at, the commitment from the companies on the 7 foundational measures, which I'll talk about. And that is the key, really. That's the heart of what our strategy is about. And the last one is, integration of best practices in terms of mining modernization. The biggest achievement is the fact that all of the companies have really rallied behind the strategy. So all the foundational measures have got leads which are from the companies, and they have developed plans that have been approved by the Leadership Forum, and we're now in the process of implementing those this year. We are proud that we could recognize the contribution that was made by women. We had a very large number of women when we called for nominations. We had a large number of women of exceptional capability that were nominated, and we chose 10 of those and we featured them across our industry. We've established a number of collaborations already. We collaborate, the Women in Mining South Africa is an integral part of our organization and our activities, but we've also managed to have formal collaborations set up with organizations such as the South African Institute of Minerals and Metallurgy. We also have a collaboration with the Mine Health and Safety Council. So there are other, the Department of Minerals, Resources and Energy. We have also had interactions with them on, what it is that we can do. And so I think that collaboration means that we are going to be able to pull together resources and plan together.
The importance of partnerships and collaboration cannot be overemphasized. We are committed to big and bold targets that are going to need all the women in mining, as well as other institutions, to pull together. So for Women in Mining South Africa, it was indeed an honor and a privilege to participate in the Minerals Council South Africa initiative. Because through this partnership and collaboration, we were able to gain new knowledge, and we were able to reach a wider audience that we would have otherwise have not been able to reach. The mining industry has a gender diversity challenge. And despite the focus on this in the past couple of years, the industry has still not attracted a lot of women in the mining industry. So our role as women in the mining industry is to rewrite the rulebook and to break down the barriers. We will do this through encouraging more women to enter the mining industry and ensuring that we retain the women in the mining industry. Also, we need to coach and mentor the young pipeline that is coming through, and this should be done by senior executives within the mining organizations. Also, our role is to advocate for women in the mining industry and influence policies such as gender, pay policies, as well as diversity and inclusion policies.